Shalom all. Oh, where are you? Let's see. Let's go find our friend, shall we? Alright, let's get back to our story, shall we? Oh, yeah, I was leveling my, my scholar. Decided I wanted to be a scholar. Alright. For now, we are ninja. Today will probably be a fairly short stream, just because I have some personal stuff to take care of a little later today, and I will try to stream tomorrow, but just in case there is a possibility that I might not be able to get to due to the severity of all the personal stuff going on, so... Alright. As you can see, I am part of a free company now. I know I'm an adult. I've grown up. And where we left off was we were about to invade a bad place. So it looks like I'm going back to being a healer, simply so we can get in there. Wait, we already did it. Ah! We already beat it. Never mind. Why? Why didn't they let me stay? Papa Limo is my friend. I should have been there with him. You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing, what had to be done. Master Louis Soir wore the same look right before the end. Do you think I don't know that? I know. All right, I know. There's nothing more you could have done. Ilbert caught us all off guard. Even Kiki was powerless to stop him. Yeah, and I'm a goddamn god. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise that you will never forget what Papa Limo strove to protect, or the lessons he tried to teach you. Don't speak to me. Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Do they, though? I mean, do they really need to know? Or is it just kind of like a, hey, we're gonna yeah. We totally got our asses handed to us. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and apprise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. To the Rising Stones! All right. Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother. Aye. Behind the griffin's mask, we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilberd. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual even as we looked on. By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every ounce of one's ether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Papalinimo was aware. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip that. I have, as yet, been unable to explain how Ilberd came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. Sorry. Messaging free company people. In the depths of the Sea of Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspected ether rages. No mortal could endure such conditions. Then mayhap it was the work of an Ascian. But now is not the time for idle speculation. Kryl, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course. We must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our respective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight. Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I shall certainly do my best. As shall I. Let us be about it, then. What, without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon Ishtola's her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Ida doubtless compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with this grievous loss in mine own way. By thy leave, Lady Alese, I shall honor our fallen colleague through gainful study. There exists writings which may yet further our understanding of this cocoon of light. Mayhap I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Papalimo's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's accursed creation without delay. What time we have was purchased at too dear a price for us to squander it. I agree. Why is it always the Lalas that gotta get blown up? We're always out here getting blown up, yo. Boom! Kiki. I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in the East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning, we still have no idea how long it will be before... A communication from the Alliance. One moment. Yes, of course. Our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The Council will shortly be reconvened. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the Primal, of course. As of Yshtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall, unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Seedseer doubtless shares our concerns about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to add his expertise to proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Rising Stones into Tari's capable hands and make haste to the Lotus Sand. I will say that since today this one's going to be a shorter stream, I might do a second stream later today, but it will most likely be on my main. Oh boy. I want that hat so bad for my samurai.
A word, if you would, good sir. This place, it is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Man, are you alright?
I love it.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
That is like my favorite thing to laugh at. Alrighty. You there, miss. It's like a brandy, your strongest malt. On the rocks. Greetings, Kiki. I am ever glad to see you pass through the seventh heaven with purposeful stride. Although one of my more persistent patrons will be gladder still. I've been requested to direct you into his presence at your earliest convenience. If you've a moment to spare from saving the realm, pray rescue my establishment from the piteous mewling of a story-starved minstrel. You there, fool. Kiki! I have subsisted on the scraps of travelers, all but wasting away whilst I waited for the full repast that only you can provide. They say you brought an end to 1,000 years of war, that the great worm Nidhogg shall no more darken the skies of Ishgard. But the dragon's song must have a final verse. I beg of you, feed me every morsel. I shall devour every sight, every sound, every blow that you landed upon his scaly hide. Beady beady. That's all you get from me. What glorious fare! Brother set against brother, a fallen companion saved. I am revived and restored. My fingers ache to strum the score. Eternal dragon, eternal is a dragon's woe, unceasing doth anguish flow. Yet for the walls of Ishgard high, gainst blood by Hraesvelgur's ally. Eternal is a dragon's rage. Dread Nidhogg's wrath did span an age. Yet by his hated brother's eye did light quell shade and vengeance die. That could be a fucking tattoo. That'd be... BAM! Tattoo. What say you? Does your blood not quicken at the tale's retelling? One might accuse the language of being overly flowery, but epic deeds demand epic depictions. Do you not agree? Minstrel's Ballad, Nidhogg's Rage. Oh, good lord. I gotta talk to him. I'm gonna talk to him off stream. Oh dear. Oh me. Oh my. Oh dear. Teleport! If you hear crunching, it's because I'm eating M&Ms. Welcome, Warrior of Light. This way, if you please. I do please. So as I've said, my younger brother plays this game. He loves this game. We will love this game. And I have to tell you, he he is kind of a little bit of a turd when it comes to certain things, so he started his own free company, and he keeps harassing me to join it. And then I told him I joined this one,
Dear
and
friends,
now he's trying to
pray
bribe me.
accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
Damn right, let's go pop that little cocoon before it gets out of control.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilberg's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
You damn right, you losers.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed. There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Once a bad guy, now turned into...
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanal since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I.
Shut up, Albert Wesker, and just get to the point.
Aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame?
I kicked your ass, buddy.
Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartano while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
Yeah, but you got me,
Does it not fall to we
bruh.
engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
You looking at me? Don't look at me. Oh, you looked at me. No, but I'll keep an eye on him. Kicked your ass once.
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
Oh, you don't say.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
My blade is yours.
I love it.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Well, that was a rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions. Not least among them, how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. He has a tap in your butt. Oh, mystery gift. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Alize is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. I will get there before you do. Cheater! Kiki, Alphano, ready to go. The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wonder. Nero insisted that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him? Despite his very timely offer of assistance, the thought of that man poking about in the workings of the ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphano. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her side. She and Yugiri are... well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Shall I set a course for Cartano? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain as clear an understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plan. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona, and we can reconvene at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Ishtola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Kiki, pray accompany Alize back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing that you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Mordona is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. I laugh at you! Excuse me. You are traveling with Master Garland, miss? The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Oh, do behave. Yes, thank you. I thank you. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in the Toll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stones, then? To me, Gibby! Yeah! Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-da-ba. Da-da-da-da. Where's Nero? Over there. What are you doing, you turd face?
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight.
Ha! We are the fruits of man's enlightenment.
It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
Just got told that her tea kettle is better than most crap that they make.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
It's like my favorite part of this whole patch.
Why you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our
I'm almost a
countrymen's
Stormblood.
work
I'm almost there.
to settle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gozetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway?
Fucking
Or would you
Nero,
rather
dude,
debate
what
the
a
finer
dick.
points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curse of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
I love Gosetsu so much. Such a good character. Kiki, wait! Could I speak to you for a moment? No, I'm busy. Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we, ambushed you? Herberts! Well, once we had your measurements, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just this moment finished the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You gave me air. You can try it on right now if you like. I suppose, but it's gonna make me take my hat off. I can already feel it. The big reveal that I changed my hairdo. Oh, that actually does kind of look cute on her, though. I mean, I could probably do without the monocle. Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light is... well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm to, bring you home. May it always protect you. Oh. Where's that blood pearl? I'm gonna need to sell it on eBay. That's right. Eorzea Bay. eBay. It's been there all along, people. Oh, thank God it didn't make me keep it on. I was really worried. Oh, God, this guy. So, we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I will remain here and continue coordinating our efforts with the Alliance. Alphino, mayhap you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl. A fine suggestion. The rest of us will form the Carteneau Expedition Party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Kiki, Ida, and our Doman friends will take care of security. Yes, we will. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside of town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. I've been ready since like 5 hours ago, so let's just do this, alright? Let's get me to Stormblood. I have to conquer the blood of storms. I'm even practicing with my ninja. Yeah! Look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ninja power activate. Yeah! I move like the wind. Ninja flip. To me, Gibby! Ha! Look at these nerds. Just sitting there waiting for me to do all the work. Well, I'm here. Let's do the work. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Carteneau before Gosetsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard, given the Elaine Royale was still active when Omega was discovered. We can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence, and if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by this new primal, it is impossible that Garlemald might do the same. It isn't impossible. Have your weapons ready and your wits about you. Something tells me we're flying into a fight. Oh, we are. But I'm a ninja, so I can handle it. None may stand against my might, for in the shadows my knife glints bright. Hard to believe this is the same piece of junk we salvaged from Dusk Vale. Or Dusk Vigil.
Now, where was that? Ah!
Remember, peeps, drink water. Especially you,
I've
Shiro.
enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishes. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
Oh, how true your statements are. I'm cute, so my evil laughter comes as a surprise.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
Gosetsu's blade is frickin' dope. I love this battle music. This kind of dropped on me. I wasn't ready.
No holding back.
Bring it, fool! Come on! Chill out!
Your defense is lacking.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
Feel it, sucker!
This one'll sting.
No retreat. No surrender.
It's my right to strike!
Welcome to the Thunderdome beaches.
Leave this to me.
With soul and steel!
You watching, Cavallero?
Oh, I realize I'm taking a lot of hits.
No holding back.
Bring it on, you nerds. That's right. That's right. I'm tiny, so it's hard to hit me. I get it. Surrender. We have you outnumbered. Do you? Are you sure? I have the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Wouldn't be the first time. Are you still playing with those soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Eh? Behold, the Red Baron. Now in this nonsense. That's a devious smile. What the? No one told me they'd have Magitech armor. Forward, for the Empire! Loser! The honorless curs think to abandon his men. I shall see that he shares their fate. Pray attend to the rest of his minions. Yes, Gosetsu-senpai. Boom.
It's all over now.
No chaos, you turd burglars.
With soul and steel!
No holding back. Leave this to me.
My right to strike!
You watching, Pabalimo? No retreat. No surrender.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
Come on. Come on.
This one'll sting.
Suppose I should help
Your
you.
defense is nothing.
I have you!
It's all over now. An opening.
With soul and steel!
No holding back. Leave this to me.
Tis my right to strike!
You watching, Pabalimo?
Flee! Flee! Ha! If teabagging existed in this game, I would be doing it.
No
I mean, it
retreat.
does. But
No surrender.
Look upon a samurai of Doma!
This one'll sting.
try, loser. Bring it on. Oh, come on. Nerd. You got nothing. You got nothing.
Your defense is lacking. It's all over now. An opening.
With sword and steel!
Ah, you weak fool. Oh man, that made me feel really evil. I love it. Don't be fooled by it. Just in case anyone watching doesn't know, all Lalas are evil. Our cuteness is a weapon.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Everyone ready for an awesome kaiju battle?
Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing?
No.
What do I think? All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo.
That's right, Kiki just
So this
passed
is
the
for
blame.
you. And me.
Yes! Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
Oh yeah, that didn't sound evil at all.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
Kaiju battle! This scene must have made people shit their pants in Stormblood, before Stormblood. But this is pretty freaking dope. Would have been such a cool animated fight scene. I love this game, man. Even its cutscenes are just frickin' phenomenal.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered the malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Booyah. Such a good fight scene.
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
So this is something I didn't pick up on the first time I played through this. Is essentially Papalimo was alive that whole time and just died. I'm not sure why we lost contact with Omega, but I mean to find out. Let's be on our way. I don't know. Kind of like it in here, buddy. Maybe I want to make this my new haven, my new home, my new ghetto place. Bam! Put a little apartment building here. Weapon manufacturing plant right where the computer is. It'll be a home for the Lalas. One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what happened for ourselves, and soon. Don't flame me. Who knows, maybe I'll get lucky, and I'll get to Stormblood. Before this ends. Words can ill express how glad I am to see you all unharmed. When Omega came hurtling towards the cocoon, everything dissolved into chaos. I have to see it. I have to see it with my own eyes. Yida, wait! We must first... The Elder Seed Seer is expecting us. Worry not, Alphino. Gosetsu and I will watch over her. You may safely attend your meeting. My thanks, Yugiri. I keep telling myself I want to make an Aura character. And I have one, but I almost never play her. The council reconvened a short while ago. Let us make haste for the Lotus Stand. All there are eager to hear your testimony. I suppose I should put on my Scion uniform. Let's actually go make that Scion uniform, huh? Banana. Stop looking, you perverts. Oh, I forgot. For now, we'll just throw some pants on her. There you go. And we'll do that for now. I forgot to put the, oh, I gotta put that away. Are you telling me it doesn't come? They didn't have gloves? I'm actually not too broken up about that, actually, for the most part. Alright, now we can go back to editing. No. It's like a mini skirt, right? We'll stick with the pants. And then wondering if I should, which kind of kicks I should rock here. No. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna save that. Bam. There we go. My Scion uniform. Going to an important meeting. Gotta look the part. And I just recently learned that it's only 2,000 gil to change your hair. The whole time I thought it was going to be like super expensive, and I have learned that I was wrong. Oh, you look cool. I can't wait to get this armor. I gotta be careful, people playing copyright music might get me in trouble. The Elder Seedseer awaits you within. Darn right she awaits me. Do you know who I am? Alright? Do you know how important I am? Don't let the hat fool you, okay? I am the most important person aside from the other 3 million people just like me, alright? My friends, full eagerly have we awaited your return. Few indeed could have discharged the duty entrusted to you, and most humbly do we thank you for seeing it done. You are too kind, Elder Seedseer. As I recall, we as good as demanded the right to try. But tell me, how did the battle unfold? We succeeded in waking Omega, aye, but we lost contact with the weapon shortly after it launched. From our position in the control room, we were blind to all that followed. What words could do justice to such a scene? None of my choosing. That much is certain. But I can give you the facts. The cocoon hatched even as Omega arrived, and from its midst rose a great dragon. The pair duly set about each other in the skies over Girabania. The primal's might defied belief. It seemed the very heavens would be rent asunder by the force of its blows, and it wielded such magics as I have never seen, and hope never to see again. The battle raged on with no end in sight, until both combatants were engulfed in a blinding flash of light. When the radiance faded, I saw the pair falling motionless from the sky, coming to rest somewhere on Alamegan soil. I will not speak for the rest, but to my eye it seemed that each had landed a fatal blow upon the other. While most among us could think only of Bahamut when looking upon the primal's form, the Domans were heard to whisper the name Shinryu. It would appear that the being resembles a creature of Far Eastern legend, and we have found it convenient to refer to it as such. This Shinryu's fate, and indeed that of Omega, is yet unknown. We have, alas, no eyes on the Girabanian side of the border. Aye, which is why we have sent our main force under the command of the Marshal Terrapin to capture the wall. With the Imperials in disarray, we have the perfect opportunity to secure Gridania's border and assess the aftermath of the impact. I myself will join the Marshal and his men when the council is adjourned. Well, that explains a few things. I'll wager that flash of light coincided with our loss of contact. Lest you wonder, we quickly re-engaged Omega's stasis systems, so even if it has fallen into the Empire's lap, it will be of no use to them, save perhaps as a statue. Correct. Without me to guide their efforts, it would take them decades to decipher Omega's core functions, if they managed at all. Such reassurances do much to calm our fears, yet the relic's fate is but one of several concerns. Indeed, I humbly submit that the time has come for us to make contact with the Resistance representatives in Girabania. Though Ilberd has forced our hand, it would seem only logical to seek an alliance, given the inevitability of Imperial retaliation. And, by working in concert, it is not impossible that Alamigo might finally be wrested from Garlemald's grasp. Motherfuckers, yeah! Look at that face! That's the face of a champion. A champion with concern. You must be exhausted. I would ordinarily suggest that we retire directly to the Rising Stones, but I wonder if we might first make a small detour. Stola and the others have gathered at Amarasax's spire, and I imagine that you too would be interested to see what has become of the wall now that the cocoon is gone. It is decided then. Lead on. Don't tell me what to do. Alright. By the power of teleportation and greed! To me, Gibby. Always making me go down to the ground first.
My friends, I cannot well express how glad I am to see you both unharmed. They say that Omega's clash with the Primal shook the very firmament.
You're damn right it
You
did.
need not have worried. The battle took place far above the ground. We were able to observe in relative safety, though I'm given to understand that there were casualties on the far side of the wall.
It was like watching a nightmare unfold before our very eyes. Ilberd's primal manifested in the form of a colossal dragon, a being of pure violence. It burst forth from the cocoon with such terrible force.
That such a horror should spring from the eyes of Nidhogg comes as no surprise. Nor do I wonder at its form. Ilberd all but announced it in the moments prior to his death. Plainly, it was his dying wish to visit a second calamity upon the Empire.
And I am quite certain the abomination would have obliged had it not found itself outmatched by Omega. Gods! I am no stranger to the works of Allag, but even I was unprepared for the machine's furiosity. It beggared belief.
And how fares poor Ida in the midst of all this? Have you spoken with her?
She is up on the platform, lost in thought. We deemed it best not to disturb her, but mayhap she would welcome some company after all. Shall we?
Shall we? We shall. Come, cat girl.
The light's gone. It was all we had left of him.
Ida.
I don't blame anyone. I knew what was going to happen. I knew the spell Papalimo meant to cast would drain away his life force. I knew that it would only buy us a little time.
Ida, there is no need to explain.
But there is. I can't hide in Papalimo's little shadow anymore, and I shouldn't hide behind my sister's mask. 20 years ago, on the day the Empire marched into Alamigo, I was still just a child, not even 5 summers old. My father had been one of the leaders of the revolution. He had fought to overthrow the Mad King, Theodoric. And my sister had fought alongside him. But she was strong and kind, and always knew what to do. But when the Garleans came, everything changed. My father went to war against them too, and I never saw him again. After that, I remember a lot of running. My sister dragged me for malms and malms until we came to the city of Sharlayan. That was where she met Master Louis Soir. He introduced her to the Circle of Knowing, and she eventually became an Archon.
She was your inspiration. Is that not why you took up her mask and her name? Or did you simply mean to continue what she had started?
You've known all along, haven't you? That I wasn't Ida.
Of course. We all recognized you at once. 'Twas Papalimo who persuaded us to maintain the charade.
It was silly to think I could fool you. I knew that even then, but I sort of decided not to know. Ida died 6 years ago. on a mission to smuggle refugees out of Alamigo. They say she was overwhelmed by Imperial soldiers when she stayed behind to save a little girl. She was so strong. There must have been a lot of them.
That means that out of everyone, the only one who didn't know was me. Except I did know. Ha 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 ha! Can't keep secrets from me.
I'm sorry for lying to you. My real name is Lise. When Papalimo brought me Ida's mask, it was meant as a keepsake, but I decided I wanted to be his new partner, to keep alive all the good that she had done. I didn't want to become Ida, exactly. At the time, though, I still didn't know who I was myself, and it almost seemed easier to play the role. Papalimo agreed to help, of course, but it was never what he wanted for me. He wanted me to walk my own path, and those were his final words to me. The Archon's mark he gave me is faded, and my last excuse along with it. So this is it. Whatever I choose to do from now on, I do as Lise. And I choose to continue my family's fight. I want Alamigo to be the country that Ida and my father always wanted it to be.
Could not imagine playing a role like every day, all day for 6 long years. That would be agonizing.
War is upon us once more.
Do you regret standing against the Empire? Would you have chosen a different road, knowing what you know now?
To claim that I never doubted the decision would be a lie. But I made my choice, and I have defended it with blade in hand ever since.
The battle continues, and our steel is needed. Come, Shadow Walker, we leave for the east, for Doma.
That's a kick-ass title, but that's like literally her last name. Oh god. Sorry, mid-drink. It was brave of Lise to remove her mask after so long. Though she has scarce begun to come to terms with Popolimo's loss, that one act made plain her determination to move forward. And, should she ever falter, we shall be there to support her on the road she has resolved to walk. Let us return to the Rising Stones. We have quite a story to tell to Taro and my sister. Damn right we do. Hey, Taro. Guess what? Oh, hey! We literally ended this patch. We did it! I freaking love Heavensward. It's such a good story. I will say this last patch did feel a little rushed in certain spots. Like, the Papalymo story felt kind of rushed. But other than that, it was really good. I feel like there's one more patch after this that I gotta do. We'll skippy. Subtitles. Oh my god. The Far Edge of Fate. Sounds like a badass metal title. If I ever make a metal band, our first song is going to be called The Far Edge of Fate, in honor of this game. He may have mentioned, but Alphino has apprised me of all that came to pass in Gridania. Your only task now is to rest. This is the calm before the storm. I see what you did there. I see what you did there, Final Fantasy devs. You sneaky bastards, you. Lise has chosen her own path, and as her friends, we must do what we can to support that choice. We are fated to join the conflict in any case. Once the Alliance has taken the wall and opened the way to Garibania, we will have little choice but to fight. Which is not to say the cause is unworthy. After all, ignoring the plight of those whom one might conceivably save is not wisdom, but indolence, correct? I, for one, look forward to joining hands with the Alamegans, and striking a blow against the tyranny of the Empire. As, I rather suspect, to you. You have no idea. They will pay. All of them will pay. Losers, all of you, except for Pippin. Quick march! Sorry, quick march. The Imperials will soon come to their senses, and we must be ready to face their retribution. Oh, cat girls are so cute in their little caps. Their little ears sticking out. It is almost time, Father. Aye, almost. Stand firm, Pippin. I learned to brace myself against the charge of the Bull of Alamigo. No foe will dislodge me. Very well, Ilbert. I will take our homeland back. For the both of us. That says a lot about his character, by the way, is that even though one of his closest friends basically spent an entire expansion betraying him at every turn, and basically being a dick in all kinds of ways, he still thinks of him as a friend. There he is. What's up, baby? My Lord Viceroy, our scouts have confirmed the preliminary reports. Belsar's wall has fallen to the Eorzean Alliance. The hunt for Omega and the unknown Icon continues, though both yet elude us. My lord, their battle caused considerable damage across the region. Should we perchance divert some of our forces from the search to undertake necessary reconstruction work? Forgive me, my lord. I did not intend. Your will be done. Unknown. My spies tell me the Domans call it Shinryu, and that it provided a match for Omega. Yes. The coming days promise to be most interesting. Most interesting. I did not know that they showed his face at all on this. At the far edge of fate, the road begins anew. The heroes look to the eastern skies and behold their crimson hue. A dawn of liberation, a gathering storm of blood. We did it, baby! We did it! We did it! Yay! I'm at Stormblood now! Yay me! Yay! I did it! I did it! What's that song? And jump around! And jump around! Alright. I'm one more expansion closer to Endwalker. I'm catching up, damn it. Egg.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal?
With ferocity and gunfire.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me.
I know, I'm a ninja.
Word
It's really
from
hard to see me
Baelsar's wall
sometimes.
is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
You never know.
Alpha,
I might get to
from the
Endwalker pretty damn quick.
It's about
Just
time.
saying.
Pray summon the others at once.
Are you my boss?
Yes, sir.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Alphino over here, acting like he's the antecedent.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
No, I bet you all get through it pretty quickly.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Don't sound so proud, okay?
As expected.
It means me. Me.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Shut up, Lise.
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Well, yeah, we're the only
Precisely.
neutral faction, i.e.
The
me.
Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Yeah, but you feel like a real dick now, don't you, Lise?
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
Says the woman who fought an army by herself. I almost want to say nothing and see what happens, but...
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
Oh, you mean to do
I
all the
too
work?
shall accompany you.
Don't worry, I'll carry
Such
you.
endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Don't do it, Y'shtola. I know the
Allow me to offer
future.
my services as well.
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming.
Oh my
But
god.
we will need someone to keep an eye on things.
How about we just pack everything up? We'll leave Tataru here. Jesus Christ.
I trust you have no objections.
I haven't started that just yet. I was actually going to start it on,
shall I continue to
on
serve
my
as
main
caretaker
today.
of the Waking Sands,
After I
and
get
there
done with
keep
my
watch
stuff.
for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
Probably about
as capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is,
it's probably going to be
there
like
are
4
some
hours
troubles that
from
may
now.
prove too much for a single scion. On account of
I've
which
heard a lot of good things.
I mean
yeah.
to stay.
I've heard it looks really good.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
So out of everyone in this circle, only 3 people are staying. We could have done this without this. Thank you guys. That's what a link pearl is for. Right? Now it's just kind of like, well, what do we do with our time? Well, let's go treasure hunting. I know, right? Takes a little bit of time.
Ready, my friend?
The world's got to get put in peril first.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
You ever notice that Tataru's, like, when everybody else talks, their mouth doesn't quite move in order with their words, but Tataru's always does? Right? That's 100%
has
true.
unfolded all. You are bound for Girabania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamegan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
Oh, don't worry. We'll see you
You have
soon.
stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary.
Yeah, I like that too. I like that you.
Loath am I
Like if
to
you
think
do it
what
right,
might
you don't have
become of
to.
my people. Had
You
not
literally don't
extended
have to
us
worry
the
about
hand of
getting
friendship.
delayed.
We will never forget.
Time
This
for
I
exploration.
solemnly swear.
You can do like you don't have to rush or you can just take your time
Much
and enjoy
has
it.
changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll
I'm glad that they
stands
started
as a
rolling that
testament
out
to
for
that.
the other time for
I'm
the
sure
other
your people
dungeons.
will manage in your
They
absence.
started from ARR and now they're moving down back
Indeed.
towards Endwalker, and
They have
I
built a new
think
home for themselves
probably
and
by
no
the time
longer
that the
need me to
next
shepherd them.
expansion comes out,
The
they'll
time has
probably
come
have.
for Kozetsu and I to return to our
I think they'll probably be
master,
on Stormblood.
to our home. I know how you feel. It's time I went.
Right? How are you supposed to be a lore buff? We gotta have somebody in our
battlefields be
FC
1,000
that's gonna
miles
be
apart.
the lore
Our
nerd.
purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation.
Usually
From
that's me.
Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
Well, I can make a. I'm fine with that. I am 100% fine with that. My main character's his main job right now is scholar, so that makes that kind of sense for me. A 1,000 realms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success. Shall we then? Later, Tataru. Ah, god damn it, Tataru, always holding people up. Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright then, if you insist. Agreed. Now we gotta get like up to, we gotta max out our roster so that way we can have alliance people so we can just go crazy with the lore and the alliances, and the alliance raids. And cookies. And don't forget the eggs. So this is gonna make me sound super pervy, but I'm gonna say it. I promise I'm not a perv. This outfit looks so much better on cat girls. The Egg of Legends. Exactly! Constructed by the ancients before they were assholeians. What do you think? I think that would look better on Ishtola. Ishtola! Trade clothes with Lise. As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Scion's receptionist and start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. It is lovely, Tatara. Thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. Don't feel that way. That's how you get blood on your clothes. Trust me. Take it from someone who knows. I'm glad you like it. And with that, I delay you no longer. Safe travels. I know, right? There's so much more skin. It's basically just it's basically like a sports bra, boots, gloves, and a coat. That's about it. And the shorts. Then onward to Giribania. Our first stop will be Amarasak's Spire in the East Shroud. I'm wearing my Scion uniform, okay? I put it on. Shorts, armor. I genuinely thought that this guy right here... Gibby! His name is Gibby! It's the same name as my dog. Let's go, Gibby! It's literally because I watched Nickelodeon as a kid. Like, that's 100% the reason why I named No, this Gibby. I have mounted the Gibby. This is the best Gibby. Primarily because of this. Yeah! Double the adorable. Oh my god, that was like a wicked laugh. I've never heard her laugh like that before. Yeah, gimme! It's like my favorite part of this mount, though, is this. The face. It's just got his tongue out. Love and life. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed into Giribania. Hey guy, guess what? I can't do it. Oh, bastards. I'm not in a city. Ordinarily, I would say something along, like, since a machinist is kind of like a mechanic in a sense, ordinarily I would say something robotic. I would say probably the coolest one would be that... yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. I would say, like, if I was a machinist, the one that I would go with, and I have put a lot of thought into this, was the that boss that turns into the plane from Alexander. I think that that's such a dope mount, and I would think that that would be so freaking cool for a machinist to have. And the pet would have to be some kind of mechanical thing. Oh, the motorcycle. Do I have that? I feel like I have that. You mean this? Yeah. Like, have the Alexander, the plane guy, and the, Yeah, I would get the plane guy and then have, like, the Alexander one following me around for a machinist, just to kind of complete the whole look. Ah, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yeah. You think I would talk to you otherwise, guy? I mean, do you know who I am? I'm the Warrior of Light. All right? Everywhere I go, be shining. Right? Man, we traveled so far. Compared to the scene in Endwalker where you get to see the thing go all the way across the map.
Standing in Giravania once more. Me and my fellow scions. The warrior of light among us.
That would be a cool emote right there.
Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning.
I'm gonna get that. I'm also gonna get the fat cat mount and everything. I'm gonna go full fat cat. We did it! Stormblood! Woo! Woo! Be careful, Girabania. Cuteness has come. I'm one step closer to getting that apartment in Doma. I saw that too, and I'm like saving up. I'm like, I keep telling myself I'm gonna put aside like $100 and I'm just gonna buy all the stuff that I need. And I mean, like, if we're ever getting ready for a raid, what better way than to have the lunar whale mount, you know? Hey, Rabon, I'm standing on your table. How does that make you feel? Look, I'm running on your map. I knew a guy once who didn't like people on his map, let alone rocks. He was a good guy. He died, though. Alright. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to the Castrum Orans. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. The Imperials made any attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols, we've had barely any contact with them. But we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall weren't enough, Ilbert summoned a primal right on their doorstep. And Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilbert's to make. And now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? Yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I'm doing it on all of my on my 2 characters that I play, Kiki and my other guy, but I looked at my other guy and I was like, man, I must have gone on a shopping trip. And then I messaged my brother and I was like, hey, have you been playing my character when I'm not on? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, what did you do? And he goes, I bought you a bunch of stuff. And I looked and none of it was armor. He just bought a bunch of crap. I was really upset with him. And then I messaged him and was like, you owe me like 5 million gil, you dick. And he goes, but I bought you cool stuff. And I was like, you bought me crap. You bought garbage. And of course he bought it all on the on the market board of all places. He bought it all on the market board. He didn't even look for the best prices. So now he's grounded off of my account for 2 weeks. Like, he's not allowed to play any of my characters. Right? You would have given him a discount. Now, I hadn't played my main since that, like, the first time I played my main was when I had jumped over to get the friend access before I had moved him. And then I was playing again, like, I want to say it was last night, and I texted him, I was like, dude, I'll hold you to that. But I was playing, and I was like, I know I had more gil on this character. So I went to my retainers and I was like, maybe he put it all on my retainers. And my retainers were almost freaking empty, and it made me sad. And he goes, don't worry about it, man. You know, you're pretty good at getting gil. And I was like, yeah, but I worked really hard to get all that gil, you cheap bastard. So now I gotta work my fortune back up. But, considering I'm planning on working on being an Omnicrafter, much like my inspiration, I will slowly regain that, hopefully, God willing. As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Oh, you better mean that. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. All right. Yeah. So you're gonna be raking in the dough. Ha! Of all the Castro in all the world, you walk into mine. You were way too excited to see us, Master Garland. What brings you here? A certain missing Allegan weapon and a Dragonic Primal, Omega and Shiryu. Deal. That sounds like a pretty reasonable request, if I have to be honest. I think the Shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere. Which it has singularly failed to do. Then, 'tis like Omega fell to Earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in the Imperial hands. An even better offer. I like it. You have yourself a deal. I'll probably have to go mat farming though. Even so, it bears repeating that we engage the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming. We should hurry up and find it regardless. Damn, really? That's still pretty high. I think I usually achieve like 5% because I'm usually not paying close attention, because whenever I craft, I'm always watching YouTube as I'm crafting. So I end up burning through all my mats like an idiot because I'm not paying attention. But it's usually because I'm just trying to I'm not actually trying to to craft. I'm just trying to level up, so I'm literally just sitting there just doing like throwaway crafts anyways with stuff that I get super easy, so I'm not like overly concerned about it. When I actually try and I'm actually paying attention, I can do that. Yeah, that's something I do too. I do that a lot. Whenever I'm trying a new recipe for something, I will always do a test. I will always try and do a test first to make sure. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Giribania, we'll need their blessing. Oh, I actually did not know that. I don't think I've ever actually tried for the high quality stuff. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Shut up, Lise. God, I want to smack some sense into her sometimes. Talking is what got us here, you dumb broad. I know you're smarter than this. I know you can be better. I know you can be better, Lise. I know it. Wait, am I in a sanctuary? I am. I don't know. I've never actually tried using the high quality stuff when I'm doing the testing. I am ninja. I must wear my ninja clothes. Alright. Well, this is where I'm going to end the stream for today. Tomorrow might be a bit longer, depending on if I can weasel my way out of my obligations. But, congratulations, we're on the Stormblood trailer! I love this trailer so much. This is probably one of my favorite ones. Are you going to be on later? Yeah, I'll probably be, I'll jump on my main and we can get me, and I'll join up on the, free company. And I think I'm gonna do the, 6.1 story on my main. Yeah, I'll be on again in like, it should be about 3 hours. This was the very first trailer I saw for this game. If I take any longer, I'll message you on Discord too. This trailer makes Lise look so much stronger, so this is why I'm always really confused why they make her seem like she's super weak, but she's such a badass. Unnecessary property damage.